really think you know where the power in the world lies? While you wake up every day to work, pay bills, and follow rules, there are territories so vast, so rich, so silently influential that you have never heard of them. They are lands that don't belong to countries. They belong to empires. And behind every hectare, there is a dark story of control, ambition, and domination. Today, you will discover the 10 largest farms on the planet. And believe me, after this, you will never look at the word farm the same way again. 1. Mega farm in Mudanjiang City, China. This is not a farm, it's an experiment. Located in the cold and strategic Heilongjiang province, the mega farm of Mudanjiang was not born to feed people. It was born to show power. Over 9,000 hectares controlled by a single state-run structure, where 100,000 cows are milked every day as part of a machine that never sleeps, never stops, and never questions. Here, milk is not just milk. It is a symbol of sovereignty. While the world debates food security, China plants its flag on what really matters: control of mass production. And all of this happens under the absolute silence of the great powers. 2. Anna Creek Station, Australia. In the arid heart of the Australian desert, there is a land where the heat suffocates, the horizon is empty, and the silence hides secrets. Anna Creek Station is not just the largest cattle farm on the planet. It is larger than entire countries. With over 23,000 square kilometers, this gigantic property belongs to an elite that never appears. What is raised here is not just cattle. It is the idea that no one sees, no one asks, no one interferes. The fences disappear into the horizon, and with them, any notion of boundaries is lost. Anna Creek is sovereign territory of private interests, far from the law, far from the people, close to power. 3. Rusagro, Russia. In Russia, land is never just land. It is territory of influence, strategy, and domination. Rusagro, one of the country's largest agro-industrial corporations, controls millions of hectares as if they were pieces on a geopolitical chessboard. This is not a farm. It is an arm of the state. Behind the plantations and pig farms lies something much deeper: the silent manipulation of what you eat, what you import, and how much you pay. While the world is distracted by declared wars, the real battle is invisible. And it starts here with a harvest, a silo, and a decision you will never have access to. 4. Clifton Hills Station, Australia. If Anna Creek is the empire, Clifton Hills is the shield. With over 17,000 square kilometers, this property is a living shadow in the Australian desert. Few speak of it, even fewer know who truly controls it. Here, the cattle don't walk, they obey. Drones, horses, helicopters. The movement across this territory resembles military operations more than farming practices. And that's no coincidence. The farm operates like a natural fortress, hiding routes, businesses, and alliances that will never be shown on the news. You can look it up on the map. But you will never know what really happens inside these fences that seem to never end. 5. Howard G. Buffett Farm, United States. Behind a respected name and a noble cause lies something much greater: a global network of influence. Howard G. Buffett, son of billionaire Warren Buffett, didn't buy land just to grow corn. He bought a piece of the future. With over 400,000 acres spread across the United States, Africa, and Latin America, his farm isn't just a property, it's a laboratory. Tests with seeds, water management systems, tracking technologies, all under a beautiful narrative: fighting hunger. But what no one says is that whoever controls production controls dependency. And while the world's eyes see philanthropy, American soil witnesses something colder: strategy disguised as generosity. 6. Al Dara Farm, United Arab Emirates. When the desert blooms, it's no miracle. It's pure money. Al Dara, operating in more than 20 countries, is the UAE's answer to scarcity. But don't be fooled. This farm doesn't just plant to feed its people. It plants to dominate what others cannot produce. Wheat, alfalfa, rice, cultivated on a massive scale, irrigated with war-grade technology, and exported to ensure one thing: absolute self-sufficiency. The waters of the Nile, the fertile lands of Serbia, the fields of the USA, all are targets of Al Dara. Because in the game of the future, whoever controls the food doesn't need an army. 7. El Tahar, South America. In the heart of South America, where the land is fertile and the climate perfect, El Tahar rules as a silent giant. More than a farm, it is a powerhouse moving billions in soy, corn, and cotton. But what truly scares is not the size, it's the backstage. Land acquired with money that never appears. Contracts signed in rooms where no one knows what was negotiated. El Tahar doesn't just cultivate, it influences governments, controls prices, and decides who prospers and who perishes. This is the true face of global agriculture, not open fields, but a board where the fate of nations is played. 8. Ivy Ranch, United States. In the heart of Texas, Ivy Ranch seems like just another farm, but beneath that appearance lies a powerhouse controlling millions of acres and one of the largest cattle operations in the country. What few know is that Ivy Ranch is part of a much larger system, where agribusiness and economic power intertwine. There, decisions that impact the global meat market are made. Decisions that affect the price on your plate, the future of agriculture, and even politics. The ranch is a fortress of interests that few have access to, silently controlling what you eat. 9. Olam International. Global don't think farms are just isolated lands. Olam International is living proof that agribusiness is a borderless empire. With properties and operations in over 60 countries, this giant controls everything from cocoa cultivation to coffee, grains, and spices production. It is the true invisible conductor of what reaches your table, commanding the global food chain with an iron fist and a network of influence you never imagined. Olam doesn't just plant and harvest. It makes the rules of the game, manipulating prices, monopolies, and even governments to ensure its absolute dominance. 10th. Beidawang Group, China. If China is the dragon that dominates the world, Beidawang Group is its invisible claw. Over 1.3 million hectares under its command, spread across the country's most strategic regions, where grain cultivation feeds not only people, but ambitions. This agricultural giant is not just about productivity, it is about absolute power, the ability to shape the food future of one of the world's greatest powers. And while the world debates crises and hunger, Beidawang acts silently, expanding its territory and influence, far from curious eyes. Today, you saw that the largest farms on the planet are not simple cultivated lands. They are true empires, silent and gigantic, controlling more than just food. They control destinies, economies, and even your future. In the end, real power lies where few dare to look, in the soil, the seeds, and the absolute control of the land. And while you watch this video, these farms continue to grow, dominate, and shape the world, far beyond your reach. Stay alert, because the real game is only just beginning.